You're watching Pushing Profit. I'm Michelle and I'm a part-time eBay reseller. Welcome to my channel. So when I decided to start selling on eBay, one of the biggest questions I had was where was I going to get stuff to sell? And so I really didn't want to go out and buy things, even at yard sales. I didn't want to invest any money up front because I was a skeptic. I didn't know if this was going to work. I really didn't want to put any money into it if I knew I wasn't going to get my money back quickly. I'm going to give you 3 different options of where you can source that will not cost you a dime. It actually won't even cost you a penny. So stay tuned for that. But later in this video, I'm actually going to reveal a few different items that I actually sold consistently when I first started, and they turned around good profit. It wasn't amazing or anything, but it was good enough for me to get started where I felt comfortable, listing these items. I felt comfortable with shipping these items. So stay tuned for that as well. These 3 options for sourcing, all of them may work for you. One of them may work for you. I can't guarantee you that, but I'm almost positive at least one of these options is going to be going to work for everybody. So if they all work for you, that's even better, right? So your first one is your house. Literally go room to room. Go through and obviously look at things that are just out, but look through closets and drawers. A lot of times things get kind of tucked away and you get forgot about. Go through your closets and really look to see if there's anything that is worth selling. You'll be surprised on if you find something new with tags that's sitting in your closet. Maybe it's a coat that you're just not going to ever wear for whatever reason, and you can flip it on eBay. Or maybe it's a pair of shoes that you have worn maybe a few times, but they're in really great condition, and maybe you just kind of grew out of that style. Chances are somebody else has that style now. You could flip them on eBay. Go into your children's rooms. Kids outgrow everything very quickly. And if you're a parent, I'm a parent, I know, they outgrow everything quickly. Clothes, toys, books. There is profit in your home, so go out and find it. The second option is to start with your friends and your relatives. Send out a text message to your crew and just let them know what you're doing, and offer to pick up any items that they were going to send to Goodwill or your local thrift store. And say, you know what, I'll take it for you if you wouldn't mind if I just look through stuff, if I can resell it. And then I'll take everything else over to Goodwill for you. It saves them a trip. Most people are just going to be happy to get it out of their house. Or maybe it's an item, a larger item, that is going to make a really good profit. Offer to split it with them. Now you do have to be careful with that, because you have to. It's going to require a little bit extra work in terms of keeping those types of items separate to make sure that you are splitting profits correctly. So I wouldn't recommend doing that unless you know somebody who's very trustworthy, and you feel like they trust you as well. And not too many, maybe 1 or 2 people max, because again, you're gonna have to be able to organize and control that. And you have to make sure that you are going to earn a decent amount of profit as well. So the third option is to go around to your neighbors, your neighborhood. There are so many times that I've been on Facebook and I saw, on one of the buy sell trade groups that I'm a part of, or even on Facebook Marketplace, where people are just they put up a photo of their items, free, first come, first serve. This is a really great opportunity to pick up some free items around in your neighborhood. Definitely take advantage of those free items. So earlier in this video, I mentioned that there are a few items that I started off with listing when I first began, and they were good profits. as well as they were relatively easy to sell. And so I actually still sell a lot of these items as well. So I just wanted to give you just a couple of examples just so you can kind of get started and kind of keep an eye out for some things as well. So the first thing is movies. So movies, whether it's a Blu-ray disc or it's an actual DVD, these are really great options, as well as video games. Like literally, there are between movies and between video games, they're literally almost the same size for the most part. And so they are going to be really easy to list and really easy to ship. So usually movies and video games are relatively easy to ship because they are lightweight. You know, they are going to go first class, which is really one of your cheapest option with USPS. They also don't require too much shipping knowledge. Like you don't really have to, you know, wrap it in a certain way or anything. You literally just need one of these, which is a bubble mailer. And I think this one is like 9 by 6. And they relatively fit, you know, most video games and most, so I'm just like slipping this in, video games and movies. And literally it already has bubble wrap in there, so you don't really need to do anything much. But see how it just slips right in? You're just gonna wanna hit it all the way down the bottom. And you just slap a label on and you're like good to go. Again, very lightweight. The second option is, I don't have anything around right now, but what I also did is I subscribed to a monthly service that sent me makeup products and skincare products. I'm not gonna go into the details of the company or anything like that. We'll just say they send it monthly to me, and for the most part, I only use sometimes only one, sometimes 2 or 3 products that come in that box, and all, you know, the other products I just never used. And so when I was going room to room, remember before when I was saying the way you want to source is start at your house, I was going room to room. I was going through all my closets and my drawers and everything. I ended up finding like 15 or 20 items that were completely sealed, great products, higher end products, and they were just sitting there. I mean, I'm not going to use them. I mean, you can only have so many eyeshadow palettes. You can only have so many mascaras and that sort of thing. And so, with cosmetics, they are also relatively easier to ship, because if it's a tube of lipstick or I think a mascara or something like that, they also can just go into bubble mailers as well. And so it got to a point where I was flipping some of those items and it ended up paying for my monthly subscription. And at the same time, it was building my algorithm in my store on eBay. And so I'll get into more of the algorithm and what people talk about that in other videos, but it just helps build your store up and boost it and give you a good presence online. And so that is another thing. And I still sell makeup products and skincare products. They're really good sellers as well. And then the third option I wanted to talk to you about are books. Books, especially if you're an avid reader, or maybe you have a child who's in college, or maybe you are a college student and you want to flip some of those books or whatnot, scan them into, the eBay app and see what they're going for. The cool thing with books is they qualify to ship via USPS media mail. And so and that's the cheapest option that you can get with shipping items. I legit found at a local thrift store, a World War II series photography book, but it was a volume set. So it had 8 books. They were very heavy. Each one of them probably weighed maybe 2 pounds. I mean, they were big. And I think it was an 8 or 10 book volume set. I shipped that, and I think it cost me under $11 to ship that. It was like crazy, very, very inexpensive. But most of the books, like especially if they're smaller or whatnot, they're gonna ship for, $2.50 or $2.83 or something like that. And they can be a little intimidating because books, obviously, they come in a variety of different sizes and the weight and all that, but don't get discouraged because it's definitely a good option to start with, especially if you can turn a profit. Or, you know, if you know, say you have a volume set of the Harry Potter series or any of these other, you know, sets, and you've already read them, you're not going to use them again, you're not going to read them, they were great, or maybe you've outgrown them or whatever, and a great opportunity to be able to sell on eBay and flip on eBay. I am on Instagram. My handle is @pushingprofit, so I'll link it up here on my screen as well and put it into the comment section as well. So definitely follow me on Instagram. I'd love to connect with you on social media as well. If you are new to my channel, I am uploading every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Arizona time, a new video once a week. So this type of content appeals to you, you know, hit the subscription button so that way you can get notified every time I upload a video. Stay tuned. My next 3 videos are going to be a 3-part series. I'm very excited about this. It's going to be really fun, and it is called the How-To series. And so they're going to be 3 back-to-back videos to be how to source, how to sell, and how to ship. So that is my tagline. I really wanted to incorporate that in and really just spell out exactly how I do that, how I source, how I sell, and how I ship. And so definitely be on the lookout for those videos. Obviously, your first step is starting in your own home, but once you build up that profit and keep going, where do you go sourcing? So I'm going to show you exactly where I go sourcing and give you several different options, so that way, you know, if you are, you know, someone in the city or someone in a rural area, it's going to appeal to you as well. And then how to sell. So I'm going to go over everything with in terms of, you know, how I prep my products, because there is a little bit of prepping depending on what you're selling. How do I photograph my products, and then how I physically list them on the eBay website. And then last but not least, I'm also going to show you how I ship all of my items as well. And that is going to be really fun as well. So stay tuned for that. Come here, Jersey. So this is Jersey. This is my baby. Her name is Jersey. She's very rambunctious. She loves to play fetch all day long, and she loves to be pet all the time. So thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for you today, but I will see you next Tuesday.